Well, guys, life has been a roller coaster. A lot of ups and downs in the 40X seat. I don't know what to say.
Hey, I stayed still in that handicap seating. I'll be honest. It was the only seat available.
He's mentally handicapped.
In the back of my mind.
Now, shut up, Brandon. You're going to say that. You're going to say that. Oh, man. But
I'm not that handicapped. In the front of my brain.
It doesn't work the same.
You guys are very lame.
It isn't gay for bait.
Wait, since he can't get it out, I'm gonna get it out like it was oozing out of this man. We talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're gonna start off with our non-spoiler review, so that way the people who haven't watched the movie, and if you haven't watched the movie, what are you doing? This thing grossed $938 million in a weekend. It almost got the bill.
It did now.
Oh, it did now, but I'm saying it almost got the bill in the opening weekend.
I contributed to it.
I contributed as well.
Barely, but I did.
They paid for me.
I carried.
So, non-spoiler rating out of 10. 9. I have a solid 9. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably due to the bias that I have of something outside of Spider-Man in this movie. I can't explain because, well, that's a spoiler. But that bias carries me over the margin of an 8. This is not a spoiler. I don't. But the other people in this movie made this movie 10 times better, and they were just supporting characters. They weren't the main character, and they never took the shine away from Spider-Man. Tom Holland, I think this is his best performance as Spider-Man. I think that everybody gave either a B+ or higher. I won't give anybody a B or lower in performance in this movie. Everybody did their job. Were their jobs somewhat small? Yes, but they made the most of what they were trying to do in that small time.
Hey, just because it's small, it could have a big impact.
Exactly. Let's see. What was the other thing I wanted to say? There's a lot of thoughts running through my brain right now, but you need to confuzzle them, compile them, and then spit them out. Sorry, that's a spoiler.
I know. It's okay.
All I gotta say is
I'm going to quote this, and this is probably a spoiler for our rankings later on in the video, but I think that this is one of the top Spider-Man movies ever made. I won't say any more than that. I'll let the boys.
If I had to give a rating, it's like a good 9.5 inches of like greatness. A lot of thwipping. Not just thwipping of the thwipping of your feels. Above all else, especially like, Spider-Man is that like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, or at least how the movie was shot. I really liked how you saw more of like the city, more of like Peter's or Spider-Man's like point of view of the city, like especially just like walking on the ground. Like those like little moments of perspective was like my favorite part, because at the end of the day, the movie's very human, and it's really about like just the struggles of reality at that point. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, I missed like the first 15 minutes for some extraneous reasons, but
missed a good.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, the moment I watched the movie, the algorithm was like, "Hey, this is just what you missed," and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
No, that would have been cool to see.
Yeah, it would have been. But no, it's layered in a way that's not really too complicated, but it's layered enough where it's very filling. Like it's not an overbearing sandwich, but like it's a sandwich that was made with love, right? And then at the end of the day, you're just like, I'm very satisfied with the sandwich. You would want this sandwich again. Does that make it's? I'm being metaphorical without any spoilers.
Yeah, no, I would go to watch this movie again, and I'd probably enjoy it even more.
Facts.
Yeah.
But this is just first impressions. When I get that rewatch, we'll see where it lands.
Yeah. And honestly, like, and this is where I'm gonna get into my rating. But before I had it at an 8, just because I'm just too hurt inside from like the wave they've carried Tom Holland's Spider-Man so far. It's just like all I could say when I was watching this movie is finally the Spider-Man that I've always wanted from this MCU, bro. Right? So with everything that happened in the movie, everything that occurred in the movie, there's some things that didn't make sense to me. Like, it's not nothing big. There's like small things that I just noticed because I realized what they were doing very early. And a lot of the times they did it very well. Like probably 99% of the time they did it very well. But sometimes I feel like they cut out things that they could at least shown like a couple minutes of it to make it make sense like throughout. But I after analyzing it afterwards, not rewatching it, just kind of sitting in my thoughts, I give it a 9.5. It's not a 10. It's not a 10 for the reasons that basically for the reasons that I just gave. I just think that I knew I was being biased based off how it got to that place, based off the other movies, and I was kind of being a little salty about it. So that's why I initially gave it the 8. But me understanding the other movies that I like, especially the other Spider-Man movies that I think are a 10 out of 10 Spider-Man movie, this falls just below that. Just below that.
This is like a
Spoilers.
major spoiler. That's a major spoiler
What's a
for
bigger
what we're
spoiler?
gonna do later. What's going on here?
Who cares?
This man's
I'm giving
spoiling
my
the
rating.
freaking list. This man's spoiling the list.
It doesn't matter because the real clickbait is whatever's last. That's the real clickbait. That's the real thing that's gonna hype people up. Because I'm gonna say my
The
piece.
leaks are gonna hype you up.
One
Look, and I ain't talking about the vegetable.
what
Eggplant.
That's
one
you.
thing I wanna mention before we
Get
jump
us
into
used.
that spoiler category is there's a dynamic in this movie. I think it's one of the top dynamics between two heroes of all time. I just want to point that out. They have such good chemistry that it
Yes.
triumphs over most. I think it's better than Thor and Loki. I think it's better than
crazy
Bucky
chemistry.
and Captain America.
Way better.
I think it's just there's miles ahead of a lot of chemistry that other actors have with their counterparts in their movies, and it's just like, dude, this is.
Can I be honest?
This is
Is it the best? Like,
No.
in terms of MCU, what's the best then?
Captain America and Iron Man.
I was gonna say that.
And it's not because of anything. It's just because. Well, sorry, let me not say that. It's because of the fact that they were so focused on, and that relationship
Yeah.
is so focused on that it garners that.
How about this? Initially, I think it's about the same. Like first impressions, like for first time they interact with each other on screen. Like
Fuck
I think
no.
it's the same. I think it's the same.
Fuck no.
I think it's the same.
Look. All I have to say about that dynamic, all I saw was me just arguing with anybody. Is what I was like, yeah, just no sense.
All right, now we're at this point, let's get into the spoilers, bro.
All right, this is your spoiler warning. We
Hit 'em
will
with
be
the- hit 'em
going
with the
heavy
sound.
into the spoilers into Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if you haven't seen it, skip ahead towards our other segment. You'll just hear the whoosh, and then you'll know that we're done. Joseph, stop looking mad at me because you don't like the
Do we
whoosh.
have a spoiler sound?
Of course I have a spoiler sound.
Do
Thank
it.
you, Frank. Of course I have a spoiler sound. I got you, bro. Hold on.
Right here, welcome to Riverside FM. I'm a wizard.
That's exactly what I was gonna put.
Yeah, I'm in the back of that mine, brother.
All right. You know what? Then I'll come up with another sound. I got you. Don't worry about it. We lit. But
He
here we
wasn't
come.
prepared.
3, 2, sound the alarms. If you've made it past that 7 seconds, then this is the
Oh my
spoilers
gosh.
for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
These are my friends.
Punisher is the GOAT of this movie. I'm sorry.
He is
He's
not
the
the GOAT
GOAT.
of this movie.
He's the GOAT.
He is not the GOAT of this movie.
He's
Not
the
even
GOAT.
close, bro.
Are you blushing, Daffodil?
That's one.
Nah, bro. This guy's goated. Look, John Bernthal, something like that.
Something like that.
Shane from The Walking Dead.
Shane from The Walking Dead.
Mr. Buzzcut.
This man
Ugh.
is he's my Punisher. He's my Punisher. And he just plays the role so well. And unfortunately, I wish this movie had a rated R so that way we could have seen some Punisher do some Punisher things. But
Nah, Spider-Man movie first.
it's a Spider-Man movie first, unfortunately.
Look,
Unfortunately.
everything that man said, and anything that Frank Castle said in this movie, he's like, you know what? I should bring a bigger gun. And he did. And he definitely did.
Hey. So we're talking about Punisher and guns. But besides the last part.
Yo, he packing.
No.
He's back.
Yes. But like I ain't never seen this man got aimbot. Because when he was getting dragged by Spider-Man, and the man hit every single bullet on this man's dome piece while he was moving. Like, I didn't see a single bullet miss. This man was in a hacked Call of Duty lobby in real life.
Look, skill diff.
Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. We'll push our way through.
Yeah,
Look,
the 15 minutes I missed. Come on.
I don't care what anybody says. This is top 3 intros of a Spider-Man movie. Top 3.
Like, I guess
I'm curious to see what you have above it.
This was if
Spider-Man the animated series.
If you were getting introduced to Spider-Man here, him sitting down on like upside down on top of a building, kind of like, you know, giving you the intro, which is very Tobey Maguire-esque. It really hit home towards hitting that new generation and the older generation of this is Spider-Man and this is the intro to this new let's say direction of a superhero. Cuz obviously we'll talk about it, but we had those other 3 movies that they're there. To me, it's just the 3rd movie and then this movie. That's it. Actually, the first movie too. The first movie.
The second movie's not that bad, but man, it just continues something that shouldn't have been continued, but continued.
I love what was it called? Boomerang. We saw Boomerang.
Oh yeah.
We saw Tarantula.
We
saw Tombstone. We saw the Hand. We saw
Scorpion. Finally, finally, that man was teased in the first movie. It took 3 movies to get like 10 minutes of screen time of that man, bro.
As a comic book fan, for this to open with literal comic book hovers.
Yep, the swinging.
I can't ask for anything more. Obviously,
the homage was crazy.
Obviously, I would have loved to see Tombstone a little bit more because I think that actor who plays him is a phenomenal actor. I like him, and
he fits the role perfectly.
Tombstone.
But this intro is phenomenal. You see the repercussions of No Way Home.
Yep.
You see him trying to deal with being Peter Parker and being Spider-Man, but him allowing Spider-Man to outshadow Peter Parker is messing with the mental. And this is just a Spider-Man movie. This is a Spider-Man movie. They don't need Thanos. They don't need all these flashing lights. They just need some realism. That's the truth.
The reason why I gave this movie a 9.5 is at the end of the day.
What?
No, like
you give it a 9.5. You give it a 9.
I said 9 to 9.5.
He said 9 to 9.5. He said he stuck in there.
I didn't hear the 9.5 part. I must have lagged.
Like, the reason why I feel like this movie that I hold it so high is because it shows the trials and tribulations of just pain. This movie's just pain throughout whatever's going on. At the end of the day, how people may have felt from the previous representation of Spider-Man in the MCU, which is what I've always wanted from the MCU. At a certain point, there was a build-up to consequence. And at the end of the day, Peter felt years worth of consequences, which, really made the movie work, in my opinion.
Yeah, from the beginning. From the beginning. It worked. You felt bad for him. You felt bad for him.
Look, and this leads me to my point, right? Spider-Man's not Spider-Man without some tragedy. Are you good?
I disagree.
Spider-Man's not, bro. Spider-Man can't be made into Spider-Man without some tragedy to begin with. You're gonna disagree with me on that. Yeah. Name one Spider-Man that wasn't Spider-Man without tragedy first.
Miles Morales.
You mean?
He lost his uncle. His uncle was a bad guy. Fuck that guy. Like, this
That
is
was tragedy. What are you talking about?
How's that
That's literally
tragedy?
the whole.
He
That's
wanted
the
to kick
whole
his ass. The whole
That was
time
the
Miles
whole-
wants to kick his ass.
But that's
When
the
he
whole
died.
point of the Spider-Man story. Tragedy first, so we can understand the realism of what becoming a hero is and what his powers, the responsibility of his powers. That's the whole reason.
I think it would have been more tragic if you locked him up and he would have had to visit him every day.
Why
and
does
be
it
like,
have
"Yo,
to be
this
more
is my
tragic?
uncle."
Why are you comparing how tragic it is? That's not what I'm
It's
saying.
not that bad.
No.
It's not that bad. He wanted to kick his ass.
That
I
doesn't
would
matter.
Slightly amend what Frank said, because in
So-
my opinion, my point of view, right? It's the I can't use that word, so let me make it work appropriate.
This guy.
It's when you're on the ground and life is still kicking you. Hint at the word I wanted to use. And you're
Oh, yeah.
still putting everything else first.
No, I agree.
I
But,
think
like,
that
No,
is
we're
more
saying the same
Spider-Man.
thing. But we're saying the same. They gotta kick it down first. You
I
can't get up
guess.
if you're not kicked down. We're saying the
guess.
same thing. You're just saying this. You're just saying the after of what I'm saying. You gotta get kicked down first to get back up. Like you can't.
Gwen's.
you- the-
It's not. I just
I
feel like
mean,
it's not their fault that they became bad. Like I'm just saying that part is not that.
What does that? That doesn't matter. It's still tragedy.
It's not tragic.
Regardless of what you think about Prowler, Miles felt tragedy from that event. You can't sit here and tell me no. You might feel differently, but Miles disagrees with you.
That's just
It's
a
obvious in the movie.
conversation.
Anyways,
I guess you see what had different sides of Puerto Rican is. I guess I don't know.
okay, sure. but when it comes to Spider-Man, like
Yeah.
there's a reason. There's a reason why.
That's why he's half and I'm not.
There's a reason why. Tobey Maguire, you get the. All right, bro. Tobey Maguire.
Oof. There's plantains and there's a plátano.
Tobey Maguire, you don't get you get the tragedy right away. I like that because it showed the weight of his responsibility from the beginning. Because it showed that to me, it made him turn from a kid with powers to Spider-Man,
Spider.
having to deal with those thoughts of like, man, like I want to get revenge, but he's actually dealing with the weight of it being his fault after, and realizing what that like his decisions matter. Andrew Garfield, I started really liking him once, like he actually felt the tragedy and like the fact like he can't save everybody. Same thing.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. You said name a Spider-Man that didn't do it. There you go. Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man.
What are you
What did he
talking
go
about?
through?
The first
What did he go
movie. What are you talking about?
What did he go through?
The police chief died in the first movie.
That happened towards the end of the movie.
So
You said it
in
doesn't
the
carry
first
on. So what made Spider-Man Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man?
I mean, we're gonna get into that later. Because there's a reason why I didn't want to get into that yet, but anyways, to me he didn't become actually Spider-Man until after. Like I said, he was more like a kid in a candy store until that happened. Until like, man, like this stuff is real. I'm not just having fun with my powers, doing some good that I think I can do. Like I'm actually that was a different direction than what Toby did, but cool, that's fine. I wasn't really mad about that. Not my favorite, but I wasn't mad about it. But like eventually, it had to get to that point. Same thing with Miles. You see in the Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, in Into the Spider-Verse.
Homecoming.
What do you mean, Homecoming?
Homecoming. I just realized another movie where did the tragedy happen?
Exactly. That's the point I'm getting at. It didn't happen to the third movie. It didn't happen to the third movie. That's when it finally felt like this is Spider-Man. You're telling me you didn't, huh?
What do you mean?
Bro, when Aunt May actually dies, or when he, or even honestly, even when he's trying to save all the villains, right? That's when you start seeing glimpses. But before that, he's just some kid in a suit that Tony Stark recruited. That's not Spider-Man.
Okay, but at least from how I'm understanding Homecoming,
Yes.
his sense of tragedy, or whatever the word is, was
Tragedy?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
I
not.
wasn't gonna
functioning
say
today.
anything. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna let
His
you finish.
catastrophe
Sure.
was
The
him
fact that you can say
slightly.
that easier than tragedy is crazy. But go ahead.
Shut up. Um,
It's catastrophe.
yeah, with the
What was it?
girl, like having the struggle of like having a little bit of a normal life versus being Spider-Man. Or am I wrong?
Drunk.
You could
He's
say
drinking.
that. You could
He's
say that,
drinking.
but
I should
I would
drink.
honestly
Yes, you're right. I should be an
to,
alcoholic. Yeah, with all the shit I go through. Yes,
to
tragedy. I can't fucking say.
to speak more to
Can't
your
say.
point. To speak more to your point, honestly, in that movie, that's why I like that movie more than the other, or like more than the second one, because one of the tragedies that you feel in there is when he's fighting the Vulture and like everything's on him, and he like overcomes it and pushes through, kind of like surpassing his obstacles, like with grit and tenacity. That was very Spider-Man-esque. That's why I like Homecoming. It was a good start, right?
So you don't
But
like.
I didn't feel like they transitioned well. And since we're already on the topic, might as well talk about it. Real quick. It didn't transition well because I felt like, and this is what it feels like. Hey, maybe it might be a hot take, but they nerfed this man, put him in the back seat, so that they could complete the story of Iron Man, Captain America, and that whole thing with the Avengers. They couldn't continue with Spider-Man, it seems like, while everything else was going on. They couldn't continue with his story, make him the actual Spider-Man he's supposed to be, and have all this stuff going on because it wouldn't make sense together. Because they wouldn't be able to include him in all these things if he was. I mean, I feel like they could have, but maybe they just felt like they didn't have the space for it. Maybe they wanted to focus on other things. Because in my opinion, Spider-Man is a better hero than all those dudes. Iron Man, Captain America is better than all of them. Globally.
You said your opinion, so I can't argue with
Yeah.
it. Can't argue with it.
I mean, you would. I mean, that never stopped you before, but he can carry.
I'm growing up.
He can. Yeah, you're stupid for that. He can carry something on his own. You see this in his movies. He can carry on his own. Like, he doesn't need some big name villain to make it a good movie. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Spider-Man 1. Who's the villain?
Spider-Man 1 Homecoming?
No, Spider-Man 1, just in general.
Yeah,
Okay,
Daddy.
Spider-Man 2.
Other daddy,
well,
morons.
depends on which one you want to focus on.
Like, what do you mean he don't need his villains? Don't say he don't need them.
No. I'm not. I'm saying he doesn't need them because the reason why is because that just adds to the adversity. That boosts the story. That makes it way better. I'm not saying it doesn't, but the reason why is because the actual reason that makes Spider-Man so good and relatable is that he's overcoming. He's how should I say this? It's
overcoming adversity.
Yeah, it's him overcoming adversity, and he seems like him. Even him just going, like Joseph said, even him just going through life and trying to figure out himself being Peter or Spider-Man. That's enough to make it a good story. All these other things is just amazing on top of that, in my opinion. But the core of Spider-Man is that, right? But anyways, back to the movie.
That's like saying Batman doesn't need his villain.
Oh, he does. That's different.
Like
that's different. He does.
I'm just gonna say
that's what makes Spider-Man better than Batman.
And this is a comment section type of thing. You know, for you guys, do you believe Spider-Man doesn't need his villains to be a good story? That's a comment section question right there.
It might be a hot
clippable. Clip it,
bro. Because like, if I had a movie of him just dealing with regular thugs, and it's him just balancing the life of Spider-Man and his personal life, that's a good movie. Him going to college, him missing birthdays, missing events, because he has to go to be Spider-Man. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. But the villain makes it better. Like having like holding that weight of like
you left her to deal with me. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Bye, Spider-Man. Anyway.
Pumpkin bomb.
But But that is like another layer that adds on top. But like that's not the foundation of what Spider-Man is and what makes it great, is what I'm trying to say. Right.
What makes
Either way.
Spider-Man great is a good script.
I mean, that's anything.
Let's talk about it.
Anything with a bad script is bad. That's just the truth.
Not all the time.
Nah, there's some things with bad scripts that are actually really good.
Winning the
Really good. Really good. No. Funny and tolerable. Yes. Really good. No.
Blood and honey.
No. See,
Either way, let's go back to the movie.
Y'all the ones that brought this up.
No. It might have been brought up by us. You rode that train.
He kept asking me questions.
And you kept writing.
My man was the conductor of the train. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yo.
So you're right. You're still blaming me.
Giddy up.
Anyway.
Either way, back to the movie. Look,
Yes.
the way that they
You're gonna finish my
do
point with the movie, bro.
the story of Spider-Man is great, but it's centered around the fact that this man is trying to be Spider-Man, and he's starting to get those inklings of Peter Parker, like wanting to be him again. Because you obviously see in the beginning of the movie, he's cool with just being Spider-Man. He was straight with it. It was cool. And then all of a sudden, he started like being like, dang, I want to be I want to
miss
go
my
to college.
friends.
I want to be with my friends. It's been 4 years, and I still haven't told this bitch I love her.
And that's crazy. And honestly, that part of it, of like they kind of time skipped for 4 years. Usually, I don't like that stuff, but I feel like for this, it worked because like just because of the fact that it took so long for them to get to this point, huh?
They all look older.
I mean, yeah, but it took so long to get. It took so long to get to this point that I just feel like it made sense here, like for the sake of the story. But and that's one thing. Like that's one little gripe. Since we're on that, how was this man affording to live there? Not one time did it show him working. I'm just like I'm looking at him. I'm like, where's he making money to stay here? Did I just miss it?
Pause.
What?
I got a reasonable, logical explanation for it.
Okay, hit me with it. Maybe I just didn't think of it. I'll accept that.
He sold all the Tony Stark stuff, and he still has money left over.
That's possible. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like they should have showed that. It would have added to it, kind of like him like really letting go of the past to move forward, or trying to at least. That would have been a fire scene, even if it was just 5 minutes or even 30 seconds. Honestly, but I feel like. That's like a small gripe, but I feel like they kind of missed on the opportunity of that to really add to the realism of it. Because like you know, I mean, you see, like I like the Tobey Maguire on the moped delivering pizza. Like I love that because I'm just like, okay, he's still a human being.
The one scene you see him, he got fired.
But that's what makes the movie good because
to Frank's point, best mini game in a Spider-Man game
yes,
was delivering some.
Yo, that was so hard. That was so hard. That was I don't care. That was hard. But
my pizza was always perfect. How about you?
My
pizzas were
pristine. I was all over the place. I could not keep that straight.
This man flipped so many times.
Flipped, bro. I was bumping into doors, everything.
And the mic.
But what's it called? But that's again that adds to what my point of like that part is what made that really sets up Spider-Man well because like he's trying to juggle being Spider-Man and having a job, and like he needs to pay rent. But he needs to save people, and he doesn't have time because he's always saving people. He can't make money to live because he doesn't get paid from it. So like that's a good dynamic of like him being a hero, and like you don't really see that from anybody else. Like not that I can think of.
Canon,
maybe like Matt Murdock, but he's a lawyer, so you can get that. You can get that bag in like one case.
Well,
and like his job helps his real life job. It's like. I'm just
not wrong. Everybody has a job. Like if you think about superheroes, everybody has a job that's like, you know, very income great. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the only one that really just does whatever he wants is Captain America.
You know, Captain America is literally a soldier, so he getting that paycheck no matter what. You know, shout out to my disabled veterans. You know,
hey, I'm a taxpayer. You're welcome. I'm just kidding.
But like Iron Man's a self-made billionaire. Superman, at least he works for the He works for the freaking
we need to say
newspaper.
that.
Batman's
we need to finish the
a
review.
billionaire.
I just realized, bro.
You know,
What
wait.
was
Now
this?
that we're talking about that, how does Punisher afford half the stuff? How does he have a whole warehouse?
He's contracted. He's contracted. You don't think he makes money for that stuff?
Honestly, I don't know how.
He's a
I just think
contracted. He's a contracted assassin.
Oh
No, I get-
yeah, I forgot he does do that. He does do that. Yeah. He only, but
And
he
Yeah,
his
only takes
bag's
jobs
good.
that he
He's in
take-
there. Speaking of that, this man literally shows up by running over Spider-Man, goated.
Shooting grenade launchers.
He shot a grenade launcher at him because he was just like, "Yo, get out of my way," and then
No.
he's just like, "No." He kicks him out of his own van.
Kicks him, bro. Kicks him. He freaking drop kicked him through
He
the
censored
car.
him.
One of the things Frank said I would have liked to see was the Staten Island incident that they kept referring to.
Nah,
I
facts.
would
I
have
thought I
loved
missed
to
it.
see what happened, but you know,
I think
that's
that's
little
the
and
best part
far
of
in
the gag,
An
between.
though.
extensive
part of
end
the
credit
gag.
scene that would have been nice, but no.
Look, if you didn't watch the trailers and if you weren't up to date with the internet, the villain, the twist
Whoa.
villain, would have gotten you.
Whoa! Now
Nah,
that I think
facts.
about it,
You go ahead, Joseph. Go ahead.
the Staten Island incident, the same way they did that, like Frank Castle, Punisher thing that they did on Disney Plus. If they
Oh, the
did the
One Last
Staten
Kill?
Island incident like that, yeah, I'll be okay with that.
That's what it should have been at that point. Now it made
That's
that
what I
look
thought
even
it was.
stupider.
Because like I didn't watch Last Kill, and because people said it was booty, I was like, oh, I don't want to ruin my image of the Punisher. That's like my favorite. That is my favorite Marvel Netflix show. And so you're telling
I
me,
mean,
I'm gonna end it with cheeks? Like, nah, I'm good. Especially if it's like pointless.
One Last Kill was just
But I thought I
surface
missed the
'cause
Staten Island incident on that one.
Honestly, it
One
felt
Last
like
Kill
filler.
wasn't.
It was like filler.
No,
Like how
not
anime
even.
has filler.
It's
It was
called.
filler.
It's called One Last Kill. There was a lot more than just one, and at the same time, all the ones that did die, they didn't matter.
I mean, not even that. It's just like, even
He
in the
didn't
movie,
even-
you could tell.
And at
In
the
the
end
movie,
of the
you could tell
movie, he
he was
didn't even
still
fix the
doing it.
problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he was still. I mean, towards the end, you kind of see him repenting the fact, like, man, like maybe I kind of messed up on this one. That right when he almost like actually. Killed
That's
him.
a great dynamic. That's a great dynamic with Punisher is the fact that like
Yeah.
you have that in between, which it's shown very
And
big in
and
this
Spider-Man
movie.
is like kind of like influencing him. You see that, right?
But he sees Spider-Man as like a son figure. You could already see that dynamic. Like
I don't think
you
it's a
could
son. I think
see
it's
it.
more like a younger friend.
But either way. One thing I want to get to because we're speeding through this.
Wait, I wanted to say something.
Jean Grey.
I want to say a lot of things.
That's what it was. Go ahead.
Jean Grey, when she is first seen, that scene before she's seen,
You're gonna say what
the
you think?
on the rooftop
Uh-huh.
when Peter's trying to get MJ to safety because he thinks that he knows she's coming. And Jean Grey is a menace in this movie. Menace. How do you play with this man's feelings?
No, nah,
To a different degree.
diabolical.
I gotta say,
To make MJ believe, to make Peter believe that MJ remembers everything, and just gives him a hug and a kiss
No,
and
what
everything.
she says, bro. What she
And then
says is
she
what
just
gets me.
and then the twist is just hold her, Peter, and then you just go, wow.
I was like, nah. Once I saw her face change, I was like, oh, amazing acting by Zendaya. Like you can literally see the difference. Like even though she was like mind control before that, like but like the way she shows like how she acts before and after when you realize it, like as she's slowly like trying to be like, okay, I'm not acting anymore. Like I'm at the real MJ. I was like, bro, like what a like that is such a emotional haymaker, bro. Like I was like, oh my goodness, like that's so diabolical. How someone can do that, and then that leads to my point because I'm just like, because like obviously when they're talking after, you see her in the hood, and I'm just like, and I see her in the background, I'm just like, is this the hood? I really thought because I didn't see no trailers or nothing. I don't know who was in it. I don't know the actors in it. Nothing. I really thought it was the hood.
That right there just shows you that he does not read comics, ladies and gentlemen.
But like that's the point. I don't want to. The same reason I don't read manga when I watch anime. I want to watch it the first time when I see it. That's it.
The hood has no type of psychological powers.
No. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You think they can't just give him that stuff in the MCU?
You watched Ironheart.
I know, but he also goes to the girl to learn more about his powers at the end of Ironheart.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
So-
Didn't watch it.
So you watching reading comic books, you know he never gets that shit. But think about it through my perspective for a second, Muffin Top.
I literally said this guy does not read comic books. Like that's how you know.
I know, but I'm saying, but you're telling me he does it. Yeah. Relax, bro. I'm gonna explain my stance.
And when did the hood get that small?
What are you talking about? When she's in the hood, you can't really tell how small she is. You can't even bless you.
Oh,
You can't even see her face.
You talking about the time that Jean Grey literally murdered somebody? You talking about that?
No.
That scene or the
No, because you got to remember
Zendaya
before he did the Zendaya scene, she took over that black dude in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's the part I'm talking about. You're talking about that part.
Yeah, that part. That's before. I should have prefaced that. Yeah, you're right. So that part, that's when I'm like, is this the hood? And then because the way she's talking and walking, I'm like, he's kind of like him in the show. Like he's very cocky, arrogant, very New York. But it might. Just no Spanish part. I was expecting the Spanish
Marvel
part,
Rivals.
but yeah, that's crazy. But I was like, maybe it's just because remember she can see the memories of the people she's like controlling, so maybe she just talked that way because of the dude. I don't know. Either way, but then that leading into that part with Zendaya or with MJ and how diabolical that was. I'm like, this dude would do that. This dude would do some shit like that.
Shout out to the fact that she actually murdered somebody.
Oh, you're talking about the dude that got hit by a car?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that's another part that kind of annoys me. I'm like, how this man just gonna leave him there? Like, is that just me? Like he literally gets hit by a car in front of his face and he just leaves.
I didn't even realize that.
This man just goes.
To be fair,
Are you Spider-Man or what?
For that little thing, imagine Peter being like, the love of my life, who I've never seen for 4 years, but I still love her. And then there's civilians. They can call.
And then it's a weird dynamic because he's talking to the police chief. He's just like, oh, I could go in, take a break. I can't take a break. Like, bro, you took a break when he got hit by a car? That man went on leave, literally. That man just deceased? Like, bro, he got hit by a car at like 40 miles per hour.
We're not even talking about the fact that in the midst of all this stuff, this man is dealing with his arachnid DNA spiking.
Yo, hormones.
Turning into the man spider. I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing I saw for this movie. I saw his black eyes. I really thought that was the Venom suit. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, too early.
But I'm glad I was wrong. Because that would have made no sense. It would have not made it. I don't think it would have not made sense, but I think it would have been too soon.
Too early.
Yeah, it would have been too early.
We have
so I'm glad I was wrong. But what were you gonna say, Joseph? Okay. You're gonna say something. Like, I mean,
look.
Not say anything.
Shout out. Hold up. Let me talk about this for a second. Shout out to Joseph because I actually remembered this.
Okay.
You know, with me and Joseph, and I believe Mo was here around that time. If you go back, this is we're unlocking lore from back when.
Triple take lore.
We were talking about X-Men: The Last Stand, and Joseph said that wasn't Phoenix. That was just Jean Grey on her period. I'm not gonna lie, when I first when I saw her, I was just like, "This is Jean Grey on her period."
Oh,
her trying to find her kidnapped sister, calling her Jean Grey on her period is wild, bro. At least this one had a reason. The other one didn't even have a reason.
I remember what I was going to say. It was a side comment of just redheads. And that was it.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Fire.
That's crazy.
Canon. Still canon.
But not, I mean,
Gotta
so
get
we
out
talk
now.
about Jean Grey, yeah, that was diabolical. I didn't think Jean Grey could be that sadistic. I thought she was like some goody two shoes. Maybe like she'll get mad and like beat you up, but like Being
Well,
that sadistic is crazy.
that's the counter to with great power comes great responsibility. At that point, she didn't have that lesson. Peter
Yeah,
could have
that's true.
done the same thing inversely
I mean,
if
you
he
see it
just
right when the arachnid DNA is kind of like taking him over.
I mean, aside from that, like him in No Way Home beating up Green Goblin as an example.
Oh, that's a perfect
His
example.
for Peter, his thing was Aunt May's death. For Jean Grey, it was for them kidnapping her sister. Mind you, her sister was only kidnapped for a few months, right?
Yeah.
And then to that point where she's trying to figure shit out, to her credit, thanks to telepathy, she's getting the information she needs and she's moving quick with it. She was on a mission
Not for real.
because at
I
the end of
mean,
the day,
her sister's gone.
her actions were justified. Her parent, whatever, abandoned her and her sister. Then the only family she had, which wasn't a traditional family, obviously, it was just her sister. As she's watching different families at the park, like enjoying themselves, she took over the kid just so she could play with a mom. Then the only other
I
person she
wish she actually
had
did that.
stripped away, and then, when her, eventually you find out her sister passed away in the one little room, and everyone's like, "Oh, VMAX this and that." Sure, was it what I expected? No. Did I like how it was a nice twist? Yeah.
I like that. I like that twist actually a lot.
Because the moment of just stress and stuff, and in the comics, Jean Grey is a unit, right? Where it goes from
To put it
simple just
lightly.
body
Putting it
switching,
lightly.
or from her just, 33 feet, all breeding minds and just taking control of people, to like a mini 1 kilometer nuke of telepathy.
I mean, she would have made
Wild.
Doofenshmirtz jealous. She said,
Not even
tri-state
just
area, mine.
telepathy. We developed telekinesis at the
Mine.
same time.
Look, before we even
And
get
control
to
multiple
that,
people at the same time.
before we even get to that part, we got to talk about my man. Because
Oh.
finally,
Bro, that's
Finally!
another finally moment. That's another finally moment, bruh.
this is why, to me, I go, instead of an 8.5, I go to a 9. They finally brought
They're fixing a lot
back
of things,
the
man.
Hulk.
They're
The
fixing a lot of
Hulk.
things, man.
That was the Hulk.
Yo,
This man, when he was getting beefed up, man, I was getting bricked. I was getting bricked. No,
Hey,
no homo.
yo.
No homo. This
Hey, yo.
man was getting beefed up, and this man held back no punches. He slammed the crap out of Spider-Man. He didn't give a Rudy poo about this man's mission. This man saying, "Whoa, calm down." Nah, bro. It's
No,
all smoke,
this
all
ain't
gas, no brakes with it.
this ain't Captain America Falcon, brother.
Bro, Black Widow, she gone. You can't sing the lullaby. It's
No.
over. It's time to get cooked. And
Yeah, whoa.
I think it's funny that when he was slamming him, he like stuck to his back. He was like,
whoa.
he was like, where'd he go?
Yo. There's
Speak.
only so many women that I'd hop this fence for.
Oh,
Zendaya, Florence Pugh.
Florence,
need a silk.
I was gonna save her for last. You know why? You saved the best for last.
No.
Even though it's in the beginning. Because that's big
No.
potato stuff. That's big potato stuff. That's big
She
potato
definitely had a
stuff.
presence in the movie with little screen time. Amazing,
That's why
amazing actor, amazing character.
Reference to what I said in the non-spoiler review part of it.
But
either way,
what was I gonna
look,
say?
the Hulk. That fight, goated. The fact that it showed that Spider-Man's webbing is on par
Yep.
with the Hulk's strength, at least at
that wasn't even the
stage,
organic one. That wasn't even the organic one either, brother.
Another test of true what's it called? True comic book lore.
Feats. Good.
Yeah.
Comic
So
feats.
the fact that the Punisher didn't want to fight the Hulk, another comic accurate thing.
Who does when you're a regular dude, brother?
They should have brought a bigger gun.
But like,
he's like, what do you want to do? Tickle him to death?
One thing that this movie did so well is that the other characters that are in this movie, Florence Pugh's Black Widow, Hulk, Punisher, and
you better say Spider-Man, brother.
I know what's gonna happen. Them three specifically, they made me excited for what's to come with their characters. And that is
Oh,
something
like it
it
was a
did
surprising.
extremely well. Because I don't picture the Hulk lasting through this next phase. So if
maybe
he goes
so.
out, like this, that's the
Bro,
way I
if
would
he
love to
didn't,
see him go out.
So
bro, he
another
can't
big
go out,
strength to
bro.
this movie.
We didn't even get him.
One of the biggest strengths to this
Avengers
movie.
1.
Oh,
Barely,
Manny's
bro.
point.
It was a start.
Still happened.
Avengers 1 was phenomenal Hulk.
No, I'm saying like that was the start of Hulk.
No, it wasn't. As
Shut
you
up.
reminded
No,
me. As you
shut
reminded
up.
me.
But that's not
it
the
came
same
back to
Hulk,
bite you.
though. That's not the same Hulk. I wish he was like that. Then it would be real. Don't worry about that. Go ahead, Joseph.
All the characters that are featured in the movie, whether they're a supporting character or they had like a little bit of a cameo or whatever, they didn't take over the movie. And they helped, even if they were only there for like 2 minutes, they helped push the story forward and they had their own present impact throughout the movie at the point they were introduced. Because Hulk was there, Bruce Banner was there.
Yeah.
He didn't take over the movie, but the little bit of information he gave Peter literally opened up a whole different route for them to move the story forward, especially when it comes to the X-Men.
Bro, Peter was the one that created the thing that stops the X gene, bro. That's crazy.
That's why.
That is
now we can
wild.
talk about that final scene.
But
that
hang
final
on a second.
scene.
Hang on a second. I still want to say something about the Hulk, bro. Just a quick thing.
What?
Tell me not. When he pulled up as Professor Hulk, you're like, eh. You're like, eh. Yeah, he'll be fine. And then
But when this man said, "I have the inhibitor," I'm just like, bro, here we go again with this bullshit.
yeah, but not that. I'm talking about when he pulls up for the first time with Gene controlling him.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he looks the normal. He ain't gonna do nothing. And then I was like, well, now you gonna do something. That building is gone. I said, boy, that shit is gone.
No,
oh man,
that building's strong for no reason. That entire floor should have been leveled.
I do appreciate the fact that the end of that fight is him talking to him and saying, you know, like Mr. like Bruce Banner, and then that little, you finally get that little inkling of Bruce Banner still is in there. He's still like, that's the Hulk. He's still in there, but he has that inkling of, you know, it's the difference between
disaster.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and the fact that he just
that's
lets himself
dynamic.
go.
That's the Hulk. That's what makes the Hulk good. That's what makes the Hulk good. Oh my god.
The fact that he just lets himself go, and then you don't see it, but he returns back to Bruce Banner, and he doesn't have no recollection of what happened.
The eyes too, bro. I like how they did it with the eyes. When he
Love
was,
it.
On him, right? Like when he was like holding him down, and you see his eyes change, and then let him go. I was like, that's the Hulk.
Love it. Chef's kiss. So
and I felt so bad for him too. I was like, damn, that's the tragedy of being the Hulk. Unfortunately, people finally trusted him and just cooked him out. One time.
Well, I mean, now that you kind of word it that way, it's like when you have an addict in your life and you care about them, but you know, there's always a point where a relapse could occur, and that's the risk of Bruce Banner's character.
Yeah, and now they'll never give him that chance again, and it wasn't his fault.
I'm really hoping he's exiled, but that's just me.
They're not gonna exile him
Unless he
confinement for a long time.
Yeah,
he's not at that point yet. Yet.
Still, but now you move forward to that final scene that we're talking about. Look, this is why I didn't give this movie a 10 out of 10. That final scene, and because it is literally the Thunderbolts ending, same one.
You're talking about?
Oh, that ending with Jean Grey and him sitting down and having that conversation and her saying, "I have no one," and then and then he says, "You have me," is literally copy and paste of Florence Pugh's Black Widow talking to Sentry.
Okay.
If you can look it up on YouTube. It's literally, she says the exact same thing, which I don't know if that's the message they were trying to get across. I thought the message was more of, this is like Aunt May talking to Peter. Now Peter's taking that Aunt May route of being that symbol to tell her that she's not alone. that was the message they were trying to get across. They should have done it a different way. That's just me. Because having that happen again in the exact same way, like copy and paste, like he didn't even say anything different. And it just knocked it down for me that was the route they took for this.
Yeah, I get that, but it still
I'm
has
sorry.
a different sense of consequence.
Yeah, I see where you're
What do
coming
you
from,
mean? It's the same thing.
I can't say I agree.
How do you not
like
take
I
it
said,
the same way? The Void,
even-
the
no, no,
Void
no.
did the
No,
same
no.
thing.
Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
No, hear him out.
So, for the situation with Sentry and the Void and the Thunderbolts, they became the new Avengers, and Sentry/Void is technically a member. For Jean Grey and whatever happened, no one loves her at all.
She's going to the school.
Hear me out.
No,
Because in the entirety of the MCU, no mention of mutants were made, right? Cool.
Cap.
Right?
No,
Hear me out.
incorrect. Incorrect.
Hear me out.
Incorrect.
But
Okay,
not
Miss
in
shove
that
it up your ass and let me fucking finish.
Not
But
in
I
that
can't let you
fashion,
finish if you're wrong.
Let him finish.
Let me
Miss Marvel.
In comics, in anything Marvel having anything to do with mutants, people are racist. People are fucking racist. The result of what happened in this movie, right? Oh, you're not alone. Cool. Now they're going to be racist. Now there's an actual reason and fear for them to be like, yo, we got to control these people. A kilometer? Dude. All people going, imagine there was a plane nearby or a helicopter. That helicopter
The fact that she could
fell.
control everybody at the same time is crazy.
How the fuck is that different from when the Void put everybody in a fucking shadow?
See.
Yeah, they don't know that the Void did that.
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah, they're suddenly going to be like, hey, he's one of our heroes now.
You act like they weren't citizens looking at the shadows.
As if they were all freaking knowing, oh, it's Bob. What do you mean?
He returns back to normal.
The only people that knew that were the Avengers. The new Avengers.
That's a Cap.
Wait, hang on. Look, I see where you both are coming from, but you guys are actually like, I mean, Joseph probably not, but I thought he was agreeing. But yes, it was very similar, like 1-to-1 damn near.
So wait, before Frank continues. And to Manny's point, now that I'm thinking about it,
yeah,
yo, they all went into a void. One with Void,
I mean,
one with Jean.
not really, but like kind of, yeah. They couldn't move. They couldn't do anything.
You imagine how those people felt? Damn, this happened to me 7 months ago.
First off, this is again not knowing comics. Jean has the ability to make you see your fucking memories. And that's why Zendaya was crying.
Okay, but that's not that doesn't necessarily mean she was doing that.
She was doing it. How do you think Ned got the handshake?
But like no, bro.
It's a tingle.
Because that the way they kind of like pushed it, it didn't seem like he really remembered it. Because bro, you really think? Hang on a second. You really think if he remembered
one
before the handshake that he wouldn't go to get Peter?
Fair point.
Or look for Peter?
Let me explain.
Hang on, let me finish. You talk. Let me finish. I waited patiently.
Go ahead.
From my perspective, you already gave your perspective. From my perspective,
no, I gave you comic book.
Doesn't matter. This comic book doesn't matter. This is a movie based off the comic book. It's not the comic book.
What did you just say?
So when, from what I understand, it stimulated their mind to be able to be open to remember those things.
Stimulated the back of your mind.
Anyway, it's basically 1-to-1, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that the similarities in it is actually a good thing because it shows how the new age of heroes are thinking. Right? Even though it was a similar method, very different consequences, very different background, but similar method, right? And it just so happens that the Black Widow, which is going against the training that she did for very different reasons. Her training was to kill, but there she saved. That was part of that. Peter, his thing was to save, but he was still bitter about Aunt May dying, and that was kind of his closure for Aunt May at the same time as it was a closure for Jean Grey to understand, like, hey, even though I lost everybody, there's at least one person that still cares about me. Because when it came, like Joseph has a point when it came to Sentry, he was with the dudes before. They were cool. He was just got manipulated after, and obviously had some stuff to deal with. But then after, he still belonged somewhere. Jean lost everything she belonged to, had literally nowhere to go, was trying to find the one person that she belonged with, her sister, found out she was gone, crashed out, not manipulated, she just crashed out. And he helped her gain the lesson that Aunt May taught him because he was in the same spot. He felt like he lost everyone in that moment. Like, yeah, he still had Ned, yeah, he still had Zendaya, but in that moment, he lost his world, Aunt May. So that's why he understood, and he is finally falling into that, like, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a person that can lead this younger generation into something great because I can show them how to get through something I went through. So with Jean leaving and him understanding all of that, that type of dynamic helps you think like, hey, this is how they're going to take the Marvel heroes, and that's how they're going to transition some of these people that were kids, killers, genuinely bad people, and transition them into actual heroes. That's my take.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh, that's fine. It's your opinion. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think it was good. I think it was good. Because that's how I felt like the second movie should have gone with him
If
getting
any
closure.
of this is my point. If any of you did not like the ending of the Thunderbolts and you like this ending, you're a hypocrite. That's all I gotta say.
I agree.
You're a giant
I agree
hypocrite.
with that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
You're a giant hypocrite.
Honestly, I think the ending for Thunderbolts was better because it showed more. Like, at least had some comedy to it. No, not ending. Sorry. You said ending or the post-credit scene? I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the ending. The ending.
Oh, okay, nah. I mean,
like,
yeah,
if you
I think the Spider-Man one is better. I disagree. I was thinking about the post-credit scene.
That doesn't matter. But what matters is the fact that, like, if you like that one, if you like Brand New Day and you don't like Thunderbolts' ending,
yeah,
you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite.
You're glazing.
You're a hypocrite.
You're glazing Spider-Man at that point. If you like the
crazy.
Spider-Man one more, that's fine. That's your opinion. I can't disagree with that. If you like the way they did it better there, that's fine. But yeah,
like,
I agree, right.
The ending of this movie, of course, you know, the whole, like, him kind of having that
sacrificing himself,
sacrifice of himself,
almost dying,
Punisher realizing that he messed up, like,
almost,
you know,
really messed up.
And, you know, Jean Grey, like, saving this man. She was breathing for this man. Goated.
Miles away.
Goated. Another inkling that Joseph, I'm calling back to what Joseph said. The second time in the MCU that we've seen, at least in this phase, somebody basically manipulate death. You had Franklin, and now you had Jean.
Yeah, obviously, we talked about this off camera, but obviously Franklin is different. Man's an infant that literally revives somebody, where opposed to like Jean Grey just helped them breathe to stay alive, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like the power levels increasing.
Jean,
the
where
scanner's
she's
breaking.
going, where
it's over
she's
9,000.
going, you already know where she's going. She's going to the X Mansion. She's gonna find the X-Men. We know this. Sure. We know this.
Xavier's School for Gifted Children.
And the post-credit scene, I understand why people are a little bit underwhelmed because it wasn't a scene technically. It was just
I thought it was funny though.
It was pretty cool in my opinion, you know?
I thought it was cool.
For somebody who likes comics, it was really cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Obviously, people are theorizing that it's either Andrew, Toby, or Miles. My guess is Toby. That's my guess.
I honestly have no guess, bro. I would literally be shooting in the dark.
My guess is
Man.
Toby. Toby's on the ship with the Fantastic Four. That's my guess.
Or it's where they're all at.
Oh, you think it's them in Battle World? You think it's him in Battle World?
Considering the location is unknown, but it's somewhere out there, yeah.
Okay, that's the other one that would be my number 2. My number 1 is that they're gonna connect the Thunderbolts end credit scene with this.
Yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is whoever comes out that ship, that's we'll know immediately where it's going after that. That's all I know. That's gonna be a big scene when you're in the movie theater. You're gonna remember that ship opening and who comes out. That's something you're gonna remember.
The last thing
from whatever movie it's in. I'm assuming it's the next
I
one.
gotta say about Spider-Man,
Not the
Brand
next
New
one,
Day.
the one after the next one, Secret Wars.
The moment I grabbed my phone after I watched this movie, the amount of memes the internet gods gave me about this movie. Every single post for the past 2 hours was just memes from this fucking movie.
I didn't see anything memeable personally. Maybe I'm just not that guy.
You know
I
what?
don't
This
love
movie
you.
taught me to let them go.
I
If you love a person and they don't love you, just love yourself.
Oh my!
You know
God.
what? Me and my homies
that's,
on gang chat.
yeah, that's wild. But,
It's great.
I think the last thing I want to say about this movie, like, yeah, cool, everything. I love where everything's going. Definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man movies I've seen. Really felt Spider-Man here. Put up Tom Holland's Spider-Man to me to an immense degree. By the way, man's got freaking huge for this role. By the way, man was like this battle hardened Spider-Man basically.
Well, I mean,
But,
he actually works out a lot. But yeah,
fight scenes. I think it's the best fight scene in a live action Spider-Man movie. Is this one? I think it's the best one. The way it was shot cinematically. That fight against the hand, top tier. You got it. He did the Don, the Don, and
I'm just
I think
that is clogged up right now. After that, he needs a break. That's clogged up.
clogged up is crazy. But like, and the last thing I want to say really is like the homage that they paid to the other 2 live action Spider-Mans. Cherry on top for this movie. You got the organic webs, amazing. You got well, I'm gonna say my favorite one for last, but you got the way he's swinging, very Andrew-esque, very Andrew Garfield-esque, Spider-Man-esque. The way he's really having fun, the way he's like very acrobatic with the way he swings. Like Toby's acrobatic, but it's not. It's a lot stiffer, right? Andrew was a lot like more freestyle because he was a skater, so it made sense. Tom with he's got a lot more experience under his belt. You can see that he's swinging a lot freer. And even when he gets his organic web, like you see him starting to really come into his own in the way he fights, right? First of all, and then a little side note, coworker said that his Spidey sense was the worst one out of the 3. Not anymore. That thing is cracked now. And my favorite one, I'm probably missing a lot of homages. I have to rewatch it again to like catch all of them, but the last one, my favorite one was when he's fighting the Hulk and he like loses the inhibitor and he like touches it and then he webs it. I'm just like, Spider-Man 3. You got me. It's Spider-Man 3. Toby against new Green Goblin, bro. That hit me, bro. I was like, yo, y'all know who's watching this movie. Y'all know who's watching this movie, brother. But yeah, great movie. Loved it.
So now we can go straight in to our ranking of Spider-Man movies. We're including everything.
Let's correct what you said. You said there would be a swoosh to signal. We're done.
Oh yeah, I gotta put the swoosh. Oh, look at the guy who doesn't even like the swoosh wants the swoosh.
Yo, I can see the pain in his mind and his voice. Like, bro, I don't want to say this, but I have to remind
we're
him.
Just men of our word.
Yeah, you just want to get swooshy with it. Don't worry, Joseph. Come on, ready. Let's go. Do the hand sign. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right, we will be ranking our Spider-Man movies. This is every Spider-Man movie. I'm including the Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's
so,
different, bro.
So now we're gonna go all the way through. I don't think we're gonna agree. I don't think we're gonna agree. I don't think. I have a feeling there.
No, we can't speak today, bro. We can't speak today, bro.
Either way.
Cafapula papaya.
How would we like to do this? We want to do this like one at a time, or you want to like everybody say their list?
I don't even remember the movies, bro. All the movies.
Yeah, it's literally Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Tobey's 3, Andrew's 2, and then Tom's 4.
All right.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go one by one?
Are we ranking?
I think we have to.
Wait. Say that again. Are we all doing like 4 things, like either Tom's movies, Tobey's movies, animated, and Garfield, or all individual movies?
Individual. We're doing them individually. He asked me what movies are we doing. Technically, it's 4 Tom, 2 Andrew, 3 Tobey's, and 2 Miles, if you want to put it that way. So I'll start off in last place. I think this might be a group consensus.
It's gonna be hard for me to do this off the dome, but it's fine.
Last place for me is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm so sorry.
Agreed.
Sure.
You agree?
Sure.
We
have to go through.
What are you thinking about?
What am I thinking about?
I'm curious to see like which one you think, like besides that one, what could be last? Maybe that'll help you like be more sure. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we gotta go through Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Homecoming, Far From Home, Into the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, Across the Spider-Verse.
Into.
No, you already said Into, and then Across the Spider-Verse.
So now there's 11 movies to go through.
Now there's 11 movies. Yeah, it's 11 movies. But last place to me, I'm sorry, is The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Without a
TASM 2. TASM 2 is horrible. I'm sorry. The only thing saving that movie for me is the meme of the meme of Electro being a dubstep DJ. Like, this man is the GOAT.
This is so malo.
I mean, yeah, okay. It'll be the last one. Great memories, though.
All right, look.
The
number
best
10,
thing about that movie is
essentially the second to last, I have Spider-Man Far From Home. Sorry.
I'd rather put Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah. I'm putting Amazing Spider-Man 1 second to last, bro.
It's okay. Look. I understand why you say that, but Far From Home to me is just a mess. It's just a mess.
After that one, you're going to put Amazing Spider-Man 1, bro.
So yeah, obviously that would mean that the Amazing Spider-Man would be in the 9 hole.
Yeah. So I know like that little bit of a difference. I'm not too mad about it. Do I agree? No, but it's fine. I can see that.
It's just because if you think about Far From Home is just a structural mess.
It is structurally a mess.
It's not Spider-Man. He's not your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This man's in Europe.
It makes no sense,
movies,
but it's a decent.
It makes no sense at all. I'm sorry.
Sense, but
Jake Gyllenhaal's great. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great. But the stakes.
I don't like
the whole the stakes, the action in it. Granted, it was good, but like I don't know. Outside of that Mysterio scene where he does the
CGI was really good in that movie, bro.
Other than that it's not a good movie to me. And I could understand why you guys say The Amazing Spider-Man 1, but I actually hold The Amazing Spider-Man 1 to like mid to decent level.
That's fine. It's up to you. I personally rewatched it and I didn't like it anymore. Like I like it more than 2 because who doesn't like a good Spider-Man origin story? In my opinion, if they continue with Amazing Spider-Man 3, I think that would have been my favorite out of the 3. Just because of the way it was going. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming your guys' 9 hole would be
8.
Far From Home.
I mean 9, yeah, 9. I forgot it was 11.
Unless Joseph comes up with something different.
Yeah, I think it has to be. But I don't think of it as a terrible movie. I just don't like it as a Spider-Man movie. So I guess 9 would be that.
Joseph's thinking. Hold on, Joseph's cooking right now.
There's a lot. I mean, I think he's really thinking between Spider-Man 3 and that one, or like one of those, or maybe some of the other Tom Holland ones. I don't know. I'm just trying to give him a monologue while he thinks.
I'll put Spider-Man 3 in that place.
Really? Okay.
Okay, so that's where
I
that's where
can't
we
argue
start
that.
Because
separating each other.
I
Can't argue that.
would put. Wait, what movie did you just say? No Way Home or
Me?
Far From Home?
Far From Home. That's the second one with Mysterio.
Yeah. Frank
I
thinks
personally
that
think that was
Far
worse.
From Home is the third worst Spider-Man movie.
But then again, I can see Spider-Man 3 is not the greatest, but I love it because it's a style. That's just bias. But if someone says it's bad, I can't argue with them. It's like, it's what it is. I liked it.
I guess. Far From Home, then Spider-Man 3.
Okay, so we know his next one.
So far, you say like Spider-Man 3 is better than Far From Home, or
It's
Yes.
only better in the sense of the nostalgia of like growing up watching these movies in
So
theaters.
it's your bias. You're admitting it's your bias, but you don't think it's a better movie.
Yeah, because I would consider them on the same kind of level. Because, like, sure,
Okay, that's fair.
Far From Home's placement within the MCU, because I, at least, am looking at the MCU movies, how they fit, how the story kind of put them there, because I'm going to look at it holistically. And at the end of the day, like, Peter's issue in that movie is coming to terms with the aftermath after Iron Man, after Endgame.
Yeah, that kind of dynamic, right? Like, that was the
Okay.
best part of the movie.
So
But
what would be in my where Joseph put Spider-Man 3, I would also
would
put
be
Spider-Man 3.
so that's what
That would be
eighth.
8th. That would be
Eighth.
8th. I would also put Spider-Man 3.
So what I have left, I have the Spider-Verse movies, Homecoming, Brand New Day, um, um, No Way Home, and Spider-Man 1 and 2 and 3.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm putting Homecoming there.
Homecoming, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
That
putting
makes
Homecoming
sense.
there
So
because it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, I might get some heat for that, but it's a good movie. But I just like I just did not like that Tony Stark Jr. thing, bro. Like, but I still like the movie because of it. Kind of went away from it towards the end when he was fighting the Vulture and overcoming. That was great. Like funny, introduced a bunch of characters. I like the dynamic of him being a high schooler and all that stuff. But in terms of origin Spider-Man movies, it's only it's only better than Amazing Spider-Man 1.
okay, so then in the 7th hole, I have Spider-Man
Okay.
Homecoming. Because objectively, I like Spider-Man Homecoming a lot. Like this is now from here
I like
up,
it.
from
Yeah.
7 up for me, this is like good Spider-Man movies that I
I'm
enjoy.
nitpicking now. That
Like-
pick was me nitpicking at that point.
Me putting Spider-Man 3 below Homecoming is just because due to the fact that I love Spider-Man 3. I know it's bad, but at the same time, I liked
But through my lens, it
Homecoming
isn't.
to the point where I took it a little bit more seriously. I felt like it was done a little bit better. The Vulture dynamic is undefeated. I think that's like in my
That's a good villain.
personal opinion, that is up there with the William Defoes and the Dr. Octopuses. If you look at that movie, that Vulture dynamic between him and Peter is crazy good in that movie. And it's
It's
the all
good
if
it's good,
if
but
if they took out the Tony Stark
Oh,
thing
no.
and gave Vulture a more of his
oh yeah,
original presence,
higher.
I think it
Higher.
would have been even better. I think it
Hell
would have been
yeah.
even better.
It-
But
it
because of
smokes-
that,
it
that's
would
why
smoke 3 in my mind for sure.
that's why out of the ones I like, it's at the bottom.
It's that's how it goes to show you how much I dislike that dynamic though.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
my 7. That would be in the
Joseph
7th
already
hole for me.
said his. I just already said his, right? It was
No.
Oh, okay.
Now
That was the
I
part.
got back to me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess objectively speaking,
No, it's not objectively. Just what do you think? Unless you want to think about it objectively. That's different.
I guess Homecoming. But at least with all the Tom Holland movies, generally speaking, I enjoyed them because it was him just as a kid, and even like you see glimpses of him in high school, and then he's still trying to do like set up his like Spider-Man equipment because obviously he broke, he don't got a job, and he's making use of the chemicals in school that's obviously free to him to make his formula for his web shooters to get stuff done. And then you have the dynamic of, or at least the glimpses of, yes, I'm the hero. Yes, I'm Spider-Man. I got to do what I got to do. But at the same time, like, I'm a kid. I would like to be a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like to
You
go
know,
to
get to
prom
say
or
with the party, right? The
homecoming.
party, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, yeah,
He likes a
homecoming.
girl, right? And all that
So
stuff.
7th hole. All right. Frank, 7th hole.
But yeah, Spider-Man 3. Hey
Spider-Man
man,
3.
a lot of people.
We're literally we're together on this, but we're
Yeah,
just
we're
flipping
close.
certain things.
I think from here on is when we're gonna get a little bit, but I ain't gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is high, would be higher on my list. It's just like it's dealing with some heavy hitters, bro. But like I have a different opinion of Spider-Man 3 than most people. The only thing I don't like about Spider-Man 3 is Venom. You might say there's other things that are bad, but in my opinion, that's the only thing that's bad. The whole dynamic between him and Harry, amazing. Say what you will about him being Green Goblin. I don't care. I thought it was cool. The surfboard, fire. Like, come on. You're talking about a kid that's coming out of watching Spy Kids, and then you see that. Come on, bro. That
It was a
Sandman,
snowboard.
fire. Sandman, fire. That blurred. That's like one of the. That's like the first time. I mean, you could argue Doctor Octopus, but that's the first time you kind of see that gray area of like, man, is Spider-Man the bad guy now? Like, is he really as good as we think he is? Because he's battling the black suit. He literally commits domestic abuse. Like, you see the meme, bro. Like,
Bully McGuire.
it was a good movie. It blurred the lines between good and bad.
Right.
I liked it.
So from here, I'm gonna say this.
Face?
From here, this is very hard to do,
No,
but I'm gonna do it. But I want everybody to completely understand the fact that I love the rest of these movies, and that it's just the order that I just have them in.
Personally, yes.
Personally,
Go for it. Hit me with it.
in the 6th hole, I have Spider-Man 1.
Really? Wow, I was not expecting that. Okay.
Now keep in mind, I love these movies.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
there are certain elements in Spider-Man 1 that just the other elements do a lot better. Granted, it has the greatest villain in Spider-Man movies. That's my opinion.
That's gonna be shown in the next movie that you're gonna.
Now,
the next movies you're gonna say.
The reason you're thinking, like, if he has the best villain, why did you drop it? Why did you put it at 6, even though you love it? My reasoning behind that is when I originally watched this movie, and the fact that I've seen it a couple of times way after, I literally saw this movie like a month ago. The MJ dynamic annoyed me. It annoyed me in this movie. Okay. It was like, it pissed me off. In the other movies, it was better, but this one pissed me off genuinely.
Women.
Harry's character in the first movie, is basically, this man's a real life two-faced bitch. That's what he is, because
this is his face, bro.
He's just
it's just his face.
This man knows he likes the girl, still takes the girl, and it pisses me off. And you're supposed to like Harry at that time.
No, we're friends, but I'm gonna take your girl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna take your girl. Like, what? I'm like, wait a minute, what are we doing?
Hey, that's early 2000.
Yeah. I think everything you're saying is because of the time in which it came out. I think that's
why. But even back then, I felt that way. I was just like, why is Harry? Like, me being a comic book fan, it made me hit. I loved Harry in 2 and 3.
No, I'm talking about on the first one.
But this one, I did not. I wasn't a fan of. Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, goated. Aunt May in that movie, to me, is underappreciated on how amazing she is in that movie. But again, one thing that didn't hit home as much was the Uncle Ben scene. That didn't hit me as much as I thought it would. And that is another reason I knocked this one down a little bit, is because the Uncle Ben didn't hit that hard for me. And that's just my opinion. We'll go to your guys. We'll go to you guys.
Joseph, go ahead.
Who's in the sixth hole? Uh-oh. He's cooking. I threw a curveball, and now everybody's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, he bought some. I guess to him, he bought some good points.
Spider-Man 2.
Nah, this man threw it out the stadium. Nah, why? Why? I didn't know why. Please tell me why. Please just tell me why. ¿Por qué, my friend? ¿Por qué you do this to
Dime
me?
por qué. Dime por qué.
¿Por qué me engañaste?
Because my main thing about like origin movies is just how
I don't like some.
it's just how Spider-Man 1, like, sure, you get his like upbringing, he's coming, like, he's just, no one fucking likes him. No one fucking likes Peter Parker.
That's the real Peter.
Granted, right? And more modern Spider-Man takes, I'm just like, how do people just call him a nerd dweeb? Oh, like, they're not interested in him. I was like, he's just a regular dude. He's smart. Why are you making fun of him? You look at Tobey Maguire in that fucking movie. That dude was gross. That dude was nothing.
Damn. Okay.
And I would put Spider-Man 1, in my personal opinion, especially with his dynamic with Green Goblin, coming from like nothing. He had his moment of rage above Spider-Man 2. Because Spider-Man 2 wouldn't have been as great without the foundations, in my opinion, set forth by Spider-Man 1. Especially
I see the way you're thinking. Yeah, I like it.
Especially being the
I
first
don't agree, but I see it.
Spider-Man movie or comic book movie to really like do it. You know what I mean?
Cause nostalgia. And
Well, aside from
homage more than
nostalgia,
anything else.
sure,
Yeah,
because at the same time, it's bringing a comic book to life on screen, which never really was done to such a scale before.
Oh, it's kind of the same reason why you like Star Wars, like the first, like New Hope.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
because at the same time,
I can see
aside from that, Spider-Man 1, as I'm saying that, as I'm putting it higher than Spider-Man 2, it wasn't just a foundation for its own franchise. It was a foundation for the genre as a whole.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right? Who's in the sixth hole?
Yeah, the reason why I was surprised is because I can't believe Manny picked the same movie I was gonna pick. Because I really thought I was gonna start getting different on this one, but I guess not. Yeah, Spider-Man 1. And it's not, I love Spider-Man 1, bro. I love Spider-Man 1. So it's just like, that just goes to show you like where we're getting now. Like all the things that they said, I agree with what they said, not the reasons why. And I didn't really agree why Joseph put Spider-Man 2 below, but I agreed with what he said about Spider-Man 1 being a good movie, comic book, all that is good. Like I think I didn't quite agree with Manny with what he said about like dynamics and stuff. I didn't care about that. The main reason why is because there were some moments in the movie, because I watched it, that kind of drag on a little bit, just a little. Like the pacing of it is not as great as the other ones that I'm about to say like after. But in terms of nostalgia and everything, I want to put it higher. But realistically, I'm just like, yeah, nah. Like, if someone told me like, would you rather watch this movie over these? I'm like, yeah, nah.
All right.
Probably not.
So now we're going to number 5. Now I want to predicate with this with the fact that I have it tied for 6, because I keep them in the same breath, and in some cases, I love. The only reason I'm putting it above in this list is because of the nostalgia factor, and that's Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the only reason it has the edge over Spider-Man 1, is because it did something. It did something nostalgic for me, and I can't get over that. And it brought back the elements that I missed when I was literally like clamoring for the fact that like Toby to come back, for Andrew to get a second chance, and that's the elements that made me go, you know what? In reality, I have it tied for 6th with Spider-Man 1, but in this list, as I need to be final, I would put it at 5, above it.
Okay, Joseph, is yours the same?
Huh? Oh
Is
no,
it?
I Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1. I already said the 5th one.
Oh, okay, cool, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, cool. You did say that. I'm sorry. I low-key forgot because I got surprised that he said the same thing I was gonna say again.
Don't worry.
The difference.
Don't worry. Number 4 will be different.
The difference in what I'm saying is like, in the reason why is like, instead of it being tied with Spider-Man 1, it's gonna be tied with my next one, low key. Because the reason why is because great movie, tied so many things I wanted tied in a nice, neat bow. Finally got the Spider-Man I wanted from Tom Holland. Got to see my goat Toby back. Andrew Garfield, I actually liked him. Because, like, that dynamic, like, that's why I say I would have liked Amazing Spider-Man 3, because that dynamic of him becoming a darker Spider-Man, and in my opinion, in the rooftop scene, he's the goat of that scene. Like, when you close in on his face, and he's talking to Peter, and you feel his pain of him not pulling his punches anymore and all that, I was like, yes! That's the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man I've always wanted. Like, all of those dynamics, but at the end of the day, it needed everything else to be great. Even though I love the movie, it needed everything else to be great. So that's the reason why I can't put it higher, because it just doesn't hold up on its own. It needs help from everything. So
all right. So now I'll go to my 4th spot. This is where I know I'm going to defer with people.
Go for it. Yeah, I figured. I know where
Number 4, I have Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, this really goes to show you. This really goes to show you how objective I'm being. Because that is the only movie that has my favorite Spider-Man. The only Spider-Man I like.
I don't think it's the only Spider-Man you like. I just think it's your favorite.
Now, this is the reason why. It is an incomplete movie.
I mean, maybe. Oh, okay.
It is an incomplete movie. And when Beyond comes out, this will change everything. Because this was a part 1, like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And it literally ended on a cliffhanger. And I was just like, okay. Now I'm just like, I guess. Is the movie great? Of course. I said it before. These are movies I love. We're headed from when I look at this list, I love these movies. Then when we hit this 4th spot, these are the movies that I would go back and watch again and again and again. This is that tier. And Across the Spider-Verse is one of them. But like I said, it's an incomplete movie. There are certain things about this movie that now I've rewatched it that I'm just like, eh? Like, eh? The animation is great.
Oh, I was about to say. I thought that was part of the. I was one of the things you meant was. I was about to.
The story itself is a little bit. If you really look at that movie, is a little bit all over the place, and then they condense it in that final like 30 minutes of the movie because it's very multiversal, and this is a first part. So I'm trying to get behind that, but that's why I have it lower than the other 3.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Wait. I thought this was 5th.
No, this is 4th.
Okay, sorry, my fault. There's your turn.
So, in 4th place, I have Spider-Man No Way Home.
Nowhere home.
No way. Whatever. I don't know.
It's tough for us today. Now we're cooked. Go for it.
Aside from like the whole nostalgia aspect of it, the way that it, at this point in the MCU, and Tom Holland's Peter Parker's development, that one scene after, spoilers, but like the death occurs, where I will always praise this movie for that one scene alone, where at the end of the day, Peter Parker as a character in the MCU, he's always trying to help out. In Civil War, his first appearance, he's trying to just help out. Even though he's fighting Captain America, at the end of the day, he's just like, you're not really a bad guy, but like, I do technically got to stop you for like legal reasons because isn't that the right thing to do? And throughout his presence in the MCU, he's just trying to do the right thing. That's really the crux, foundation, structure of Spider-Man as a character, as Peter Parker as a character. And, all these characters come in and apparently they're supposed to die. And he's just like, but wait, we could try to help them. I see the issues. We could try to make things better for them.
That's the
And at
Spider-Man
the end
way.
of the day,
Spider-Man way to go for it. Go about it.
correct. And then,
What's your game plan?
as things, hit the fan and start falling apart, you gotta ask yourself in certain points in life, like you'll hit a low point and you'll say, well, I'm trying my best, and sometimes due to certain circumstances or whatever, it ain't enough. And you just have to take that moment for yourself. And that one scene alone where literally J. Jonah Jameson, being a dick, putting Spider-Man down, everything's raining, you have the close-up of Tom Holland or Peter Parker, he's crying, it's raining, the world around him is crying, his world fell apart, and at a certain point, I wish his Spider-Man would have been like, I'm gonna murk all these villains. I kind of wish, and instead of just Green Go, I'm gonna murk all of you. I tried helping you, and you fucked up. You know what I mean? So that's why I leave it at number 4.
Yeah. This is where it gets start. This is where it starts feeling the heat of like I'm not really too sure anymore, because like I haven't had enough time with like Brand New Day yet to like really know where to put it when it gets to this spot, right? This top echelon will might change in the future, right? But so I'm just gonna go based solely. I'm not gonna be objective at all. I'm just gonna go based solely off of nostalgia and what I like. Yeah, I think 4 spot has to go to Brand New Day. I think even though I love Brand New Day, I've only watched it once. Haven't really gotten all of it yet, so could definitely move up and down. Not move up and down in like from 2 to 4. I'll give it to you like that. Great movie. Um, yeah, I just can't put it over these other ones right now. Personally,
Fair enough.
yeah,
In my 3 hole, I have Brand New Day.
yeah, fair.
I have it for the simple fact that it did exactly what I wanted a Spider-Man film to do. Now, you're going to ask
Exactly.
me, why do you have it over Across? I'm going to tell you why. Real
Okay, yeah,
quick.
I do want to know
Short
why
and
too.
simple.
Go for it.
Across, what Across failed to do after rewatching it multiple times is something that I felt Brand New Day did a little bit better. And that was integrating the supporting characters and not overshadowing the main person. In that movie, Across the
Okay.
Spider-Verse, I believe Miles is overshadowed by Gwen in multiple like in 2 or 3 times, and Miguel O'Hara literally commands the movie in a way that makes that movie flow. That's why I'm
I
sorry.
disagree. I disagree.
I know you're gonna disagree. I
That's
know you're
fine.
gonna disagree.
But I
That's
disagree
your
with that.
opinion. That's your opinion. This is my opinion.
That's fine. Yeah,
It
that's
is
fine.
what it is. I rewatched Across a bunch of times, and to make sure I got this shit
That's
correctly.
interesting.
But yeah, that's why I
Okay.
hold it to another standard. That's why I put it above it.
So the main reason is because you felt like Brand New Day was more didn't overshine the main Spider-Man, and All Across the Spider-Verse did. Okay.
Multiple characters have overshadowed Miles in that movie. There were multiple parts in that movie where I was literally more focused on them than I was on him.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like I agree that other ones had moments. Like, oh, come on, like we're not gonna talk about when Gwen went against the Leonardo da Vinci Vulture with Miguel. Like that whole part, one of the best parts of the movie, and it was in the beginning. I I see what you're saying. I just don't agree. Like, I just think it's funny how we both rewatched it a bunch of times, and we got completely different things from it. But I think Miles carries, not carries the movie,
and on
but
top
I
of
think
that,
he's a big part of it. The biggest part.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying not to let the animation blind me.
I mean, yeah, I think you're trying to be a little bit too objective, but hey, that's what you decided. That's fine. That's your opinion.
I'm
But
trying
just
to
saying,
not
like,
let the animation blind me because I think that's what most people would do. Is that like Frank? I feel like that's my opinion. That I think the
I mean, when
animation's
you
blinding him because
No,
there are
no.
multiple parts we watched that movie together where he was like, "That's fire. That's fire." That's obviously
What
going
you
to take
mean,
into your
bro?
ranking. That's obviously going to take into your ranking where you can't do that. Where you can't have
I'm
that
gonna do my
same
own thing.
standard
Come on, bro.
in live action.
I'm gonna
Again,
do
he's
my
not the
own
main.
thing.
He's not the. He's overshadowed in that part.
I just don't agree. I just don't agree.
He's
Like,
overshadowed literally by the whole Miguel fight scene. Miguel is literally beating the shit out of him, and he's literally just like Miguel's talking over him.
but the point,
That's Miguel's scene, and then all it is just 3 words from Miles.
I think he
And
was a
then
good supporting character for Miles to have that growth right there. But nah, I disagree. But we gotta move on. I disagree though. It might be a conversation for another time.
What matter? What
Yeah.
number we on?
yeah, number 3.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Wait.
Into
Holy crap. See, this is why I needed to move on, because I knew this was going to get crazy.
Because that's the first one, correct?
yeah,
Yes,
that's the
yes.
first one.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
why?
Yeah. I'm really curious.
We all know I love animation.
Of course.
It was nice because one, didn't watch any trailers for the movie. I just knew it was Spider-Man. I knew it was animated. Didn't know anything of it
Honestly, me
at
too.
all.
Yeah, me too. I still have
7.5 minutes into this movie, to the right of me, I have this loud ass Dominican cracking his existence up because he saw Kingpin's neck.
That's part of the movie. Yo, that man was built so funny, bro. And I watched it again, laughed all over again, bro. It's amazing. Best
Yeah, I
design
watched
ever.
it again 3 weeks ago. And
So good, bro.
yeah, I mean, at that time, I knew Miles Morales was a character that existed. Didn't know anything about him. And then having the whole curveball of like, hey, this isn't the traditional Peter Parker. I just like that twist of it. And then, you know, I'm a quantum physics nerd, so when you add in the multiverse to it, I'm just like, ooh.
It really hit a lot of your
I feel
buttons,
like I
right?
know
Your
what number 1
multiverse
is now.
animation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
I just really liked it. So I'm putting it there.
That's fun.
So number 3. All right, Frank,
yeah,
the 3 hole.
I mean, number 3 for me is Across the Spider-Verse. So, yeah.
So we're not that far off.
We're not that far off. We're not that far. It's just I don't agree with your reasons. That's the only thing, and that's fine. We're different people. And that's the point of the triple take, right? Like for me, I think he did not get outshine in that. I think that actually helped him shine even more because you introducing all these different Spider-Men and he didn't feel like an afterthought. Like there's a lot of people that had really good moments. You had Cyberpunk, you had Gwen, obviously, you had Miguel, but Miguel didn't really play
Spiderpunk, not Cyberpunk. You said Cyberpunk.
Yeah, you said Cyberpunk. I was gonna let it rock.
I wasn't.
I mean, in my mind, I said Spider-Punk. I must have been.
I was like Keanu Reeves, sure.
It was probably my what's it called? Stuttering. But anyway, I just didn't say it clearly. But Spider-Punk was a good continuation of the first one because you had like the main 5, right? And then it felt good that you didn't need everybody from the main 5 to still make it a good movie because the dynamic from the main 5 was good. But you introduced all these other Spider-Man, really good moments, funny moments. You had Miles really coming of age in the second movie and really falling into his role as Spider-Man, especially when you pin him against all these other Spider-Man and him coming out on top. All these other experienced Spider-Man and him coming out on top. Did he win the fight against Miguel O'Hara? Yes, he smoked him. Could Miguel have smoked him after if he really wanted to? Probably. But
Yes.
the point is But the point is that he was trying to get stopped by a whole multiverse of Spider-Man, and they still couldn't do it. Man, built different.
He's
Regardless
good
if
at
they were
running
trying to
away,
get him or not.
sure.
So his goal wasn't to beat them.
You can't say
His goal was to run
he
away.
whooped him if he just ran away.
Hey, he did whoop him.
When did he do that?
When he said, "Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing," and this man got
And he
clapped
hit
to
him with a
Kingdom
one
Come.
electric blast that he literally just backed
that
him up
messed
and
him
went.
up. Yes.
And just went, okay. And then just stood looking at him and just said,
the man was all the way back there, but behind everybody else. And he said, like, "Damn," and then he left.
yeah.
Guess what? Nobody could find him. Either way, third one.
That's
Go
crazy.
second.
That's
Nah,
crazy.
yeah, disagree.
But either way,
Second
me
one,
and Frank have it the same because
the same way.
number 2 would be
It's
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
2. And number 1 would be Into the
Spider-Verse, bro.
Spider-Verse.
Best Spider-Man movie ever made, brother. That movie was gas.
Into the Spider-Verse does exactly what I think that a Spider-Man movie should do.
Perfect Spider-Man movie.
It's a coming of age story. It's a hero that realizes his responsibility very quickly, struggles with the dynamic with his family, all that stuff. I know I was talking crap about the Prowler like not even 2 seconds ago, but that dynamic obviously is very, very done perfectly.
The dynamic between him and Peter Parker, the one that died and the one that helped him.
Exactly. So this movie is, to me, Into the Spider-Verse is the perfect Spider-Man movie. There's no flaws. It's a 10 out of 10. Just like Spider-Man 2. It's a 10 out of 10. But it's just not better than that one. That's what it is. It's just not better than that one.
I think the animation is really is one of the reasons. I'm gonna be honest.
No, I feel like Spider-Man 2 also it struggles with a little bit of things here and there. If I take away my nostalgia bait, it has little flaws that I don't feel like Into the Spider-Verse has. To me, Into the Spider-Verse is a perfect movie. There's no flaws. It's great. There's nothing about it that's wrong. And Spider-Man 2, unfortunately, has like 1 or 2 flaws in my opinion. And that's why that's why I put Into the Spider-Verse at number 1. Boom.
Yeah,
that's my reason.
And I agree. And then Spider-Man 2, honestly, you probably disagree with this, but Spider-Man 2 could drop from my number 2 spot. But I'm pretty sure my nostalgia is carrying it, like holding it up there. I'm gonna be honest. But Manny disagrees, but that's fine. But
I think you need to watch the movie again.
No. I've watched the movie again, but the thing, unfortunately, about it is that it's good story. It holds up really well. But the unfortunate part of it is that it was made long ago. Like that's the part that like sucks, because if that movie, I'm not say that, but like if that movie was made like with more updated fight scenes and all that, like it would be amazing 10 out of 10, because the story and the premise behind it is damn near perfect. Like it's just the fact that it's an older movie, an older superhero movie, is the only thing that makes those elements that like kind of fall short a little bit. But that for me it's still number 2. I don't think it's gonna change there, but like I can acknowledge that why someone would disagree with that.
All right, Joseph, wrap it up.
Top 1 and 2.
So this is a little bit of a twist. Number 2, Across the Spider-Verse.
This man put Brand New Day number 1, bro.
So
that's crazy.
For Across the Spider-Verse, you can say what you want in terms of characters outshining each other, whatever. At the crux of it,
that was crazy.
At the crux of it, in my opinion, from Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, what's carrying the franchise, in my opinion, is just the overall development, right?
Yeah.
Because sure, you could say, "Oh, Miles is overshadowed," but to me, that's just a mechanic of his story. Because eventually, it's building him up to have his moment, such as him going up against what's referred to as the canon. At the same time, with what happens in Into the Spider-Verse, literally develops the foundations for what you'd have the Spot for. And throughout Across the Spider-Verse, you're seeing just his descent, per se, to his evolution or de-evolution, however you want to like talk about his character. Or obviously, at a certain point, you're like, "Oh, it's a Spud. He's just a joke. fuck ass character. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take a joke seriously.
Clean joke.
Not to
Yeah.
number one. Let me hear this. Let me hear
Number
this.
one.
Let me hear this.
Yeah, that's what I want to get to. Recency
So,
bias?
not necessarily in the way that you think.
Okay.
So,
If you acknowledge it.
do I need to watch the movie again? Yes. Why? Because I missed 15 minutes.
Sure, yeah. I think there's a
This
lot
is
to the movie too, I feel like.
more of a personal reason, I guess. Because watching this movie, I guess I could say I'm technically in a bit of a low point. Because that's why I emphasize this movie's about pain. Every single character in this movie has their layer of just pain. From Peter Parker, his whole story arc of him just essentially being alone, trying to come to terms with his pain, his decisions, and the consequences of said decisions.
Mhm.
So then you have Frank Castle being a supporting character. Man, God has trauma. That's why he does anything he does. In general.
Yeah.
Because even then, his actions in the movie, he comes to regret a substantial action he made. You know, with the whole like bang.
Mhm.
The antagonist
Kaplow.
having the illest crash out through the entire movie. So then everyone else, like even Peter watching his friends from a distance. Sure, they have good opportunities, but even then, they just feel like something's missing. Something's just not perfect. Something's wrong. And there's just that sense of just looming, in my opinion, just trauma and pain. And at the end of the day, we all got that. It was the most human aspect of any of these movies that had. And like I said, I'm on a low point, and it was the only Spider-Man movie where I basically just wanted to cry. Because I got my issues. Like, I will not lie. I got my issues. And then after the movie was over, I was just hit with memes and shit about my issues. That shit was funny.
That's crazy.
So,
From
in
crying
a
to laughing.
nutshell, Joseph's main reasoning is recency bias.
No, it's because it hit him personally, opposed to other ones that it didn't hit him as personally. Okay, I can that as a number one. That reason for a number one, perfectly fine for me. I wanted to hear your reasoning and I loved it. That's all I'm gonna say.
So,
Love the reasoning.
what are some of your guys' rankings of the Spider-Man movies, including Brand New Day, now added to that list? Do you think me and Frank are crazy? Do you think Joseph's a little crazy? I don't know. That Spider-Man 2 was a hot take. I can't lie. But it's his list. You can't argue it.
I mean, some people might think our Spider-Man 2 take is hot, bro. So you let us know. Like, are we crazy? What is your list? Is like, are we not real Spider-Man fans? If we're putting
I'm
Brand New
not.
Day low, or like, or is Manny crazy for putting Across the Spider-Verse that low? Like, let us know.
4th is not that bad.
No, I mean, hey, some people think top 2 is Spider-Man Into and Across, bro. So
I understand
depends
Into.
on who you
You're
ask.
either going into it or across it. You know what I mean?
I like what you're putting down there, partner.
I'm not putting it down. I'm putting it in.
Under the Spider-Verse, over the Spider-Verse.
Wait till I go beyond.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it all up with a nice little bow. This whole episode has been dedicated to Spider-Man, one of my most hated superheroes. I can't believe I just talked about it for 2 hours.
Hey man, better than Batman.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
And some people just don't want to admit it.
Have you guys seen Spider-Man Brand New Day? Leave your comments down below. Give us your rating down below of what you think. Do you think we're crazy for most of us calling it a 9 out of 10? You might be. Might be. Do you want to have a longer conversation with us? You got to join the Discord. Have a longer conversation with me. Explain to Frank why Across the Spider-Verse is 4th. If you can. If you agree. Which you probably don't, but...
Yeah. You probably think on your own on that one.
Hey.
This is the...
Hey. You got issues. Come here. Come here. We got you.
You might as well say the line. You have me.
Oh, that's crazy. You're stupid for that. Go ahead. Start us off, man.
This has been the Triple Take. I'm Manny.
I'm Frank.
I'm in
Wait.
pain.
Shinra Tensei.
What? That's not random.
I'm
Frank.
This world shall know pain.
Oh, shut up!
Sorry.
That's not what I was going. I'm like, I got to. Whatever. I'm done. I'm Joseph. I'm gone.
Peace.
We're-
Ooh.